Hey, everybody. Welcome. I'm the Dr. Bob Lee, and welcome to Open. Coming up on today's show, we'll check in with a global singer, actress, director, and an advisory board member for the African American Day Parade, who will speak about this year's parade and highlight some of her latest work. And then we'll highlight work that a former American Red Cross volunteer is doing to make our homes and our communities safer. Plus, a global talent acquisition professional will speak about her latest book, sharing tips on how she can take you to the next level. And everybody's looking for that. Take your career to the next level. It's a beautiful thing. And then finally, we'll speak to the Peoplez Chef about our health and wellness initiative and so much more. So sit back, kick off your shoes, and relax your feet. We're open. Here we go. There you go. Hey, I'm your host, Dr. Bob Lee. You're watching Open. It's that live interactive program that brings the Bronx and New York City straight to your TV set, so you can stay connected to us through social media at BronxNet TV. Leading things off, our first guest is a Harlem, New York native, a gospel singer. She's an actress, advisory board member for the African American Day Parade, and director and producer. She sits down with us to reflect on this year's 54th annual African American Day Parade and to highlight the projects that she's working on. She's doing some work in our community. Watch out. Here she comes. Welcome to the show, Miss Veronica Hickman. Veronica, welcome.
Hi, Dr. Bob Lee. How you doing?
Didn't I just see you?
A week ago or something, right? Are we all still recovering from that day?
Well, I'll tell you,
Those 2 days?
I was trying to get on or off of a motorcycle.
You're like, Bob, what are you doing? We need you to announce.
I found myself on my back. But we fall down, but we get up. I got back up on that motorcycle and took those hurting like heck. But anyway, it was a wonderful parade. And thank you for all the work that you've done, along with Yusef and the rest of the crew. Yeah. Thank you. So any highlights that you want to talk about?
Oh, man.
What stood out?
Okay, so starting with the pre-parade, I always tell people that I love the Macy's parade. I love the fact that they put like a show on in the beginning.
Yeah.
So I was very grateful when they allowed me to do something like what we call pre-parade show. We give a chance to young performers. We had some that came on your show like maybe 2 weeks ago.
Right.
Javier and Miriam. I always get her name wrong. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And then we have we had two dancers, Bernard and Barbara Grant. They came and they did like some swing dancing in the beginning, but we always do like a variety of different things. We had kids doing African dancing. We had little Rodney C doing some rapping.
Right.
So it was, I like, what I like about it is that the people who come to see the show, they're excited about it and they like that it's different. It's a variety of different things going on.
And you see some of the same people. They go, Bob, and they have their spot behind the barricade every year. This is my spot right here. And you interact with them and it's a whole lot of fun. And the people come through. People come from people come from all over the world, but you see a lot of people from Maryland. So we always ask for our crab cakes when they start
That's
coming.
right. They come, they shut that parade down at the end. I love when they come. It's all sizes and shapes and they get up there and do what they got to do. Oh, I love it. I love it.
We have the sound system. We have Melly Mel jumped on the stage.
Let me tell you, that was definitely a highlight for me. To make a long story, my late husband was friends with Melly Mel. It was like family. And so I spoke to somebody who knew him to see if he can come, but he wasn't able to come on that Saturday. But what happened was I told my friend, if he just wants to stop by and say hi, maybe speak to Bob Lee or whatever, and then just left it alone. So I finished doing what I normally do. And I sat in the back. I get up and I look and I'm like, oh my God, they made it. They actually showed up. Then I watched video and then I see him up there rapping, doing his thing. And then I see you with your camera. I said, oh my God, I can't believe he got him to perform. So that was so mind blowing. I was so grateful because he didn't have to do it, but he just showed up and the crowd loved him.
Don't push me.
Because
I went to the edge of the stage. But that's what he does though.
He has such a heart.
Yeah, I mean, if he's somewhere and there's a microphone and, he'll get on that mic and he'll rock the house for you.
Oh yeah,
and he does it every time.
Oh my God, because he definitely deserves more than what he gets.
Yeah,
and his friend, shout out to John. Thank you, John, for making this happen also. And God, thank you. But just the fact that he came because he loves the people so much and he loves giving.
That's right.
So that was great.
How'd you get involved in the parade?
Well,
because you came from different places. I'm sorry for cutting you off.
No, it's okay.
Because you did some Broadway work. You were in another. Talk about that first and then come to the parade.
Into the parade. Okay, so as a younger person, okay, I would do like a lot of.
Still young.
Thank you, I appreciate that. My legs don't say that, but anyway, okay, my legs don't say that. But growing up, I would go to. I used to go to a theater school called the Moss Repertory Theater.
Oh,
and it was run by the lady who played Mama Winslow on Family Matters. Right, Rosetta Lenore.
Right.
She had a children's theater, and she would put on plays, and we would have to do these actual grown-up plays, but we were kids. So I would do that, and then I would do auditions for like Color Purple. I didn't make it, but that's okay. Color Purple.
But you would try. You know how many people tried and didn't get in there?
Listen, so I'm excited. But anyway, so I would do plays. I would do shows. I had recently did some off-Broadway shows. And then I also did I write my own plays. I did a play, an adaptation of the Christmas Carol. So it was called the Harlem Style Christmas Carol. So it was more like hip hop and everything. And, when you're not doing the work, my mind is always busy. Like, what can I do? So I always
can tell from the phone calls.
Okay, I'm like, Bob, I'll call you Bob. Listen, we got to do so-and-so, Bob. I'm sorry. I know you're busy, but can you can we work this out? So, but anyway, so what would happen is, I would go to the parade, and I'm going to be honest, okay? And the parades I went to, sometimes I was upset because thank you for all the support for the political, but I wanted to see some action. I wanted to see the bands. I wanted to see some entertainment. So I said, instead of complaining about it, why don't you see if you can help out, volunteer or whatever. Right. So a friend of mine's named Cinchana, who was in there originally, she helped to get me there also. So once I got into the parade, I had started volunteering as just doing whatever they asked me to do. Right. And then that's eventually when I brought up the idea, why don't we do a pre-parade show? They was like, okay, we'll give it a shot. And then once they liked it, then other things started to happen. So that's how that happened.
That's how that happened.
That's how it happened.
This is history. So now we're looking forward to the 55th. Yes.
I'm excited about that. You know what? Remember the singer named Lisa Morgan?
Yeah.
Okay. I think she's going to come and perform for us. So I'm excited about that. And I'm getting some other people that are ready to perform. I know it's kind of early, but my wheels are turning again. Okay, let me just have my list ready so I can get these artists together and get everything together.
There you go.
Yes.
We'll talk.
Yeah. We'll
some tweaking and everything. We got to hear.
Yeah. So I'm like, Bob, you have so-and-so? No, not right now. Oh, okay, Bob. I'll call you back.
All right. Shoot. So what's coming up? You still doing acting or?
Yeah, I do my acting every so often.
Look at that showing a picture of you there.
Oh yeah. That's you. That's
there
us
you go.
at the press conference for the parade and everything. Yep. You always do a good job. So I'm working on a play called The Ushers. Okay. Now, this is like the ushers from the old time churches, the ones with the white shirts and the black bottoms and just the stuff that they go through behind the scenes. So we're gonna have
a lot of stuff that goes on behind the scenes.
Let me tell you something. They might be church women, but they'll be like, you better sit your behind. You better come over here. Sit down. We ain't got no more seats. So it's gonna be a play on that. I'm really looking forward to that because it's gonna be a comedy. I just want people to come have a good time, and it's gonna be fun. Like when you come in, you sit down, you're gonna be ushered by ushers in the play. So I'm excited about that.
I remember another person who started doing plays and stuff, and he kind of spun off into a circus type of thing.
Oh, yes, the Universal Soul Circus.
Universal
Soul Circus. They came to our parade at the last minute. We didn't know that they were going to be able to come. Mm-hmm. So they came to our event we had first called Get Involved. And they brought a clown, Mr. Onionhead, right? Mr. Onionhead. And then on Sunday, they were with WBLS, and they brought their clowns. They brought the women all dressed up beautifully, and they had the guys on the stilts. Yeah. Oh my goodness! I mean, listen, when I saw them when they got to 125th Street, it's like I became a kid. Yeah. We usually stay behind the barriers while they're doing stuff, but I walk in the street. I was like, "Hi, how you doing?" I know they was like, "Who is this grown woman getting so excited?" But it was just so surreal. It was like, wow, they just added so much to the parade. So I'm excited because I'm also going to be helping them with these little, anybody wants. I'll give them my social media later on. Yeah. But they have these coupons they're giving out for the Fresh Clowns meetup, so people can come and meet the clowns before. the show. So I kind of hooked myself up and
See if you can hold it up in that camera
right
there.
here. Listen. Yeah. Okay.
Tilt it down just a little.
Just a little bit right here. Is that good?
Yeah.
Right. I'm gonna give y'all my social media later on so y'all can get these coupons because we want y'all to come. So, but I'm excited about it. I just like helping out, whatever it is. And I believe in encouraging the next person, because everybody's had a hard time getting to where they need to get. So whatever I can do to help out, whether it's paid or not, I'm just like, I'm there.
I know another person who did that also, started doing plays and started doing the things that you're doing now, writing plays and putting them on. I did the voiceover work for him.
Who?
Tyler Perry.
Stop playing. Don't mention his name right now. I've been trying to work with him for a long time. Oh yeah. So, hey.
What do you want to do with him?
I would love to act.
There's a camera right there. Ask for what you want.
I've been waiting for this moment. Okay, Tyler Perry, listen. Okay, I'm from Harlem, New York. I got a character named Harlem Mar that would be great for your show. Listen, I'm gonna bring the comedy. Okay, so let's work this out. We need a show, a TV sitcom in Harlem. All right, don't worry. I got the area for you. All right, thank you for that. I appreciate that. Prayers, everybody. Everybody, pray. Okay.
There you go.
There you go.
That's my friend right there. I always say hello to my little friend.
Say hello.
That's the camera right there that everybody, if somebody's doing a fundraiser, they come on and that's the camera that they hang
That's
out
it.
with.
I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
Lord have mercy. Imagine me getting a call, be like, yeah. How you doing?
I want 10%. I'm only kidding about that.
He deserves it, okay?
So what's next for you?
Oh boy, let's see. I might revive my play, The Harlem Style Christmas Carol, because when I did it before, a lot of people, they really enjoyed it because we took the elements. It's the same play, same movie, Christmas Carol, but our characters were different. It was like, the ghost from the past, the diva, angel for the future.
And you getting that ready for the holidays now?
Not for this holiday, but I want to.
You're gonna get it ready for next year.
For next year.
Yeah. Put some time on that one.
Yes, I think it should be on TV. I mean,
why not?
Why not? Because we want to see the Harlem version of that.
Not?
I know Nick Cannon did his. That was cute.
Yeah.
I love you, Nick Cannon. But this one that I did, it involved like the people of Harlem, the women on 125th Street. Miss, you want your hair braid? Let me braid your hair, ma'am. The bean pies, We did all of that. So people really, really was excited about it. So I hope to bring it back. Yeah. And with some crazy characters in there.
Social media?
Yes, my Instagram. Should I look at that camera?
Yeah. No.
Instagram page is Veronica_Hickman4.
There you
Okay.
go.
Please reach out to me. And I give you more information about the tickets and about my shows coming up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You had me laughing, but I was like clearing my lungs out laughing.
Trust me.
Veronica Hickman, actress, gospel singer.
Yes.
I should have had you sing us out.
Okay. Let's see what we can do. You want
10 seconds. You got 10 seconds. Yeah.
Long as I got King Jesus, long as I got King Jesus, long as I got King Jesus, I don't need nobody else. Woo! Yay!
There you go, Veronica. Thank you for stopping by.
Thank you for having me.
You're always welcome, all right?
I appreciate it.
And I'll take that sandwich that you were trying to give me.
I'm going to call Chick-fil-A up right now. Let them know, bring them sandwiches, okay? Because you deserve them.
Veronica Hickman, thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right.
I appreciate you.
We'll take a break right here. We've got more open coming up next.
Most hiring algorithms would scream me out.
Some bosses couldn't see me as a leader.
I've run this place for 20 years, but I still need to prove that I'm more than what you see on paper.
I've been running code as long as I've been able to reach a keyboard.
This is what I do. It's second nature for me, coordinating 100 details at once.
The way my mind works, I have a very mechanical brain.
I sold them on my skills.
You gotta be so good they can't ignore you.
My magic is
Analytics and empathy. That's how I'm getting clients. You have to have the confidence in yourself to show up and defy the odds.
I am more than who I am on paper.
I never got a college degree. And today, I'm the CEO of my own company. People want to tell me I'm one in a million, when actually I'm one of millions. Stars are all around us. It's time for them to shine.
Thanks for hearing me out, bro.
Whenever you need to talk, I'm here, okay?
Dear moms and dads, what you have achieved here today is going to help us and our futures. It is why we are coming up on stage to collect your diplomas.
You know it's true.
Mom, we love you always.
Everything I do.
When you graduate, they graduate. Visit finishyourdiploma.org to find free and supportive adult education centers near you.
And welcome back, everybody. I'm the Dr. Bob Lee from 107.5 WBLS. Our next guest is a former American Red Cross volunteer and is currently an AmeriCorps staff member. She's with us to speak about the volunteer work that she did with the American Red Cross, and which includes volunteer initiatives around home fire campaign and their disaster preparedness and response program. So please welcome to the show, Mary Cueva. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
So you're a chef also?
I do cook, and everybody likes it.
Yeah.
Most of the time, I've been working Red Cross, and I also work on the ferry. So when I can, I will.
Yeah. So how did you get involved with the American Red Cross?
I had a friend of mine. He encouraged me, and he said, it's easy. Go ahead, apply, and went in, and I love it. It's great. It's great work, and it makes me feel better.
And what was the first? Where was the first place that they sent you?
So I helped with Hurricane Ida back in Queens. So I did locally, and I also deployed to Puerto Rico to help for Hurricane Fiona last year.
That was big.
That was very big, and
there was a lot of devastation out there.
Absolutely.
And still to this day.
Still working. Yeah, the local region is still working towards helping everything else. And, it's tropical, so they always have storms coming pass by or things of that.
Well, I'm glad you're here. We have a storm passing by.
Yeah.
And they continue to pass by.
We were ready for Hurricane Lee, where the region got ready right away, and after the path change, then we sent everyone to Maine.
Yeah,
and good thing that
it stayed out in the ocean mostly, right?
Yes,
it was a Hurricane 5, and then it went down to a 3, and then it
like
stayed out and went back up to Hurricane 5 again. Then it was going past us, like if this is the East Coast, it went past us and we're way up and hit what, Maine?
Yeah. But not locally, nothing really happened, which was great. But it was very good that the region was ready to respond, and if not, then they send the local volunteers to help adult the region in Maine.
What's some of the things that you have to do as a part of a Red Cross volunteer?
It depends. Some people just want to do local regular things with home fire campaign. You do that on your twice a month, if that, or you also can get yourself qualified to deploy anywhere in the United States and their regions as well. So it really depends on how you want to use your time.
And who's that? We had a picture up there. Show that picture again. Who are these people here?
These are, so we have the preparedness team. I believe this is in Spring Valley.
Oh.
We are taking all of the preparedness programs and bringing it to the library so that the community can take advantage of it. We also had the dog as a therapy dog, and we had all of the preparedness, Prepare with Pedro, the Pillowcase Project, Hands Only CPR, and Big Red Cross Ready.
Yeah. So Big Red Cross Ready, that includes the initiatives around their home fire campaign and a disaster preparedness program?
Yes, essentially, yes. It teaches you how to be prepared in case of a disaster, man-made or natural. And with that, we also teach you how to stay prepare in your home with fire safety. And so make sure that you have working smoke alarms, how to maintain them monthly. It's very big. And most people have smoke alarms, say they go buy it in Home Depot. Most don't know that they have to maintain them monthly. Just press the test monthly.
Oh, you hit the test button.
And that's it. That's
I was
all
gonna say, if that battery dies in a month, you need a new system there.
Well, I think they said every 6 months you can change them. However, the batteries that we have, the smoke alarms that the Red Cross have, are good for 10 years. The only maintenance is that test button monthly, and you're good to go.
So, what if you have a system in the battery? I don't know if it's the battery. Well, sometimes it is. It just beeps. And it drives you crazy. Where's that coming from?
Right. So that means the battery is going low, and you can
change your battery.
Yep. Or you can let the Red Cross know that your battery is going low, and we make a priority to go to your home and change the battery, the smoke alarms, essentially.
It's a smoke alarm, and then there's another one in there that detects gas or
the carbon monoxide. Carbon monoxide. So it's a combination alarm. Usually we put those in common areas, living rooms, but not too close to the kitchen, because sometimes they're so very, what is the word? Very sensitive. And so it can go off if, say, you burn something. Like, the toaster. So it will go off.
I've done that a couple of times. And what do you go to with a towel and you...
Yes, just fan it a little bit.
Fan that thing.
Yeah, because it's you don't want to take it off and disable it, because you will forget about it. Yeah. So it's just fan it a little bit. There's also a hush button on the alarm, and you will be good.
Make us like a sleep button.
Yes.
And then it'll come back on when you need it.
Absolutely.
This is hurricane season, Mary. Yes. And what should people do? Should they have a go bag just in case there's an emergency? They got to get out of the place. So if there's a fire in the building, you have a go bag. What should people have in that go bag? Okay, so it would be essentials, water, canned food, not so much canned, but maybe like bars, things that it's not too heavy, right? Because you want to have at least 3 days supply. You want to also change every 6 months, right? Because you say you prepare your go bag with short clothes, like for summer, right? Yeah. But the disaster happened in mid-February. So you want to be prepared for the weather outside. Right. If you have medications, you want to have at least 3 days, 4 days of medication, and the names of the medications, that in case that you have to call a pharmacy, you'll go ahead and get that prescription there for you. What about pets?
Pets, we also have a go bag for pets. Essentials again.
Go bag, the pet probably, your dog about, I got mine, I know what to do.
They are so ready. I love it. You know what? I was into the office last week.
You're the first one out of the building.
They know. They really know. And sometimes if you do your drills every month, they know that when you call them, they gotta go, right? Yeah. I was into the office last week, and we have go bags for cats and go bags for dogs, which was really cute. I was like, oh, yeah, a little bit of litter, canned food, and things like that. So
that's good.
You want to prepare everybody in the house, kids, pets, older individuals as well.
And if you have a go bag and you have that food in there, make sure you change that food out every few months.
Right.
You don't want to bite into a hard candy bar or something like that. This is no good. It's 50 years old.
Right. You want to keep good, make sure you label them to the expiration date. Yeah. Usually when you get like the granola bars and things like that, they'll last like a good year or so. Whoa. Right. So you want to keep changing them as long as in every season when you change your clothes as well.
People should, change your clothes even though you don't wear them, because they could develop a smell.
Exactly.
But a lot of items have a date on it, but that's the date that you can't sell it anymore at a store. So how long can you keep it? Because you can't sell it at a store, but it's still good.
For a couple of, I wouldn't do it for too long, maybe 2 weeks or so. Yeah. Depending what it is. If it's something that it's going to perish really fast.
If it's cottage cheese, don't do it.
don't do it. Don't do it to yourself. But if it's a granola bar, okay, like a day or two, maybe a week if you brave.
Yeah.
Yes.
You can do
but
it.
I can't.
But that's good. It's good that you know all of this stuff and you're able to share it with other people. You're creating the awareness in our community that in the event that something happens,
Right. We have to be prepared.
Have to be prepared.
Gotta be
Prepare before
prepared.
you get there.
Right. Because that's going to help you be a couple of steps ahead of the game.
Yeah.
Especially if you have medications, right? You have the names, you have how many milligrams it is. You can just call your pharmacy or whoever the pharmacy is around there so that they can get it for you.
What about money?
Money. All cash is king. Don't everybody has tabs on iPhones and like click. It's great,
but if all that goes out, that's not going to work.
It's not
you
gonna
can't
work
pay for it.
too
Let me
much.
pay for this with my phone.
That's it. It's not
Stuck
going to
at the
work.
door.
There's internet connections where it's going to be interrupted.
Yeah.
So you always want to have mainly small, like 5, 10s, 20s, nothing bigger than 50 or 100, right? Because you can just go to say you need water, you just pay with $5, get 2 bottles, right? You get change. So you want small bills on your go bag, and that way you have some time there.
I didn't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I thought
Now
I was
we
taking
know.
a knot of money, putting it in my pocket and running outside.
You want to have that
people
wad,
talk about
right?
the gold bars. You need gold.
Right. So you want small bills on your go bag. Securely, right? So it's not just hanging out in a clear bag where people can see it, nice and tucked. And so
what about
you know where it
flashlight or
lies.
little transistor radios?
Radio, flashlights, things that can keep you in communication of what's happening out there, right? When you are on shelter, we can give you some essentials, but you also want to be communicate and things, what is happening, how things are there. And flashlights are great because when you are in a shelter and you have to go to the bathroom, you just take your little flashlight and go out, right?
Yeah.
If you have kids where they are afraid of the light, you just give them the flashlight and that will settle them a little better.
Flashlights, soap, toothpaste.
Right.
Toothbrush.
Hygiene things. You want to have so many things.
I have to bring a big duffel bag out of my house. And do all this stuff.
If there is on redcross.org, there is a section on the website where it tells you what to bring. It gives you all the suggestions what to bring on the go bag for sure.
I know some people will try to bring furniture and everything. Let me get a couch.
Yes.
I got a pull-out bed.
It has to be very small.
It has to be small.
Right.
When you got to go, you got to go.
And even in your family, right? You have multiple, even though it's a big family, everyone should have a small,
go bag.
Exactly, prepare and custom to their own.
Thank you so much for joining us.
It's a pleasure.
Can you come back again?
Absolutely, anytime.
And give us a website. Where can we reach you?
Well, I have my email, mary.cueva@redcross.org. And to go and check everything else for the Red Cross, it's redcross.org. You can have options to volunteer there and also how to stay prepared for emergencies.
Thank you for all the work that you're doing. We appreciate you.
It's a pleasure.
Mary, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, we'll take a break. We've got more, though, coming up next on Open.
One of the deadliest mass shootings in U.S. history at Post nightclub in Orlando.
Walking into the building for the first time after the shooting, it was crippling, but it had to be preserved. If you're an ally of this community, speak out. There are more of us together than apart. It is the power of love in its rawest form.
Attacks against Asian Americans and Pacific Islanders are on the rise.
My simple solution to the problem was remove people from the scene and help them feel safer. In terms of the hate crimes, I think there is so much more work to be done. We really need to come together and tackle this issue as a community.
Found my heart out there in the open. Trees make you feel smaller. Can't help but get lost again.
Feel the beat of nature at a park or forest near you. Find a forest and music inspired by nature at discovertheforest.org.
And welcome back. Hey, I'm the Dr. Bob Lee for 107.5 WBLS. And our next guest, well, she's a global leader in talent acquisition, diversity, equity, and inclusion. And she has implemented global DEI talent solutions for Fortune 100 companies, which include Accenture, Comcast, Pepsi, and Verizon. She joins us today to speak about how she can take your career to the next level. And that's what we're all looking for, right? And it's highlighted in a new book, too, Courage 12 Best Practices to Advance Your Career, and much more. So please welcome to the show, America Baez. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Thank you, Doctor. Thank you for having me.
Oh, you're always welcome. So tell us, how did you get started in this? You know, you got started in your career, you got the talent acquisition and diversity, equity, and inclusion. You call it DEI. Talk about that. What is it all about?
Yes. Early on in my career, I became a leader with a Hispanic professional organization called Prospanica, formerly known as National Society of Hispanic MBA. And through that organization and the work that we needed to do for members, Hispanics in business, I started to work on diversity and inclusion and also, the equity. And was really to offer access and opportunities to our members through the partnerships that we started with different companies. And that's how it all started, really.
But you came through the field of HR and recruiting, right?
Yes. I started working in recruiting, talent acquisition at Comcast at the time. And then I moved on to other companies like Pepsi and Accenture and working in the technology space, Accenture and Verizon for over 10 years. And I led the recruiting strategy and operations for all of us, basically building the diverse talent pipeline across the company, or across all divisions and businesses and functional areas and levels.
Yeah, I've done voiceover work for about 3 of the companies that you just mentioned, Verizon, Pepsi, Comcast. How did you get involved with those major companies, the Fortune 100s?
Yes, well, initially I joined Comcast when I was the leader of the Hispanic organization, Prospanica.
Yeah.
They became one of our sponsors, and eventually someone, by talking to someone, they suggested I apply to some of the positions, and I did, and it worked out, and I was hired. And they were very supportive in my work with the Hispanic organization, and as well as supporting many other groups. So it worked out very well for both parties, and that's how I started. From there, really, with my corporate experience there, I got an opportunity later on.
And Miss America, you've been in it, and you have the experience and a lot of stuff that you were able to put the pen to the paper and write a book called Courage. Tell us about that book, 12 Practices to Advance Your Career.
Yes, well, with the broad experience in talent acquisition and working for those large companies that most people are familiar with, I understand what companies are looking for and how they access the talent. And I also see the quality of the talent out there in the different communities and different regions. And I wanted to put that together, those tips and insights in this book to help out folks looking for jobs and looking to position themselves for success in their careers.
And so if they looking, all that information is in the book. What will people learn upon reading your book? I know you got information on jobs, resume writing, and all of that stuff? Maybe.
Yes, but I especially focus on some of the traits that we need to leverage, especially at work. Traits like having courage, having faith, believing in what we do, believing in ourselves and in what we do, taking risks, but especially being able to take calculated risk, understanding, the pros and cons, and how we make the decision to take that risk.
Yeah.
And also have the ability to learn, be open. When we go to new environments, new cities, new jobs, or working with new bosses, we need to, have a positive attitude. And then also how to network.
Yeah.
Knowing how to network in person and virtually, as you know, that's very important.
Very important. Yes. Yes. So, in everything that we do in life, we have a support system. Who's that support system that helped you get you where you are today? Was it family or somebody that inspired you along the way?
Yes. Well, early on growing up in Mexico, it was my family. And when I moved to America, I really didn't have a network, didn't know a lot of people, and I was looking for a job. And that's when I started, when I joined this Hispanic organization, and I started to meet people, but also, folks with similar, affinities we had similar interests, and that was great. That's how I started to see how things work in the city and who was basically doing what, or who was who in the city. And I applied myself. I had to push myself. This is why I write the book, experience all these phases. I had to muster up the courage to put myself out there and lead the organization and take out partners and do fundraising for the organization, and just really organize for all members. And that's how it all started. And eventually I did that in corporate, and I leveraged my corporate roles to provide access and opportunities to underrepresented communities.
Yeah. A lot of companies have it now. They're initiating programs and putting things together. Talk about DEI and how important it is in your world and in your life. Diversity, equity, and inclusion.
Yes. Well, we cannot escape that. We live that every day, really. The world is more and more diverse every day, regardless of where you live.
Yeah.
And we really just have to be able to talk to different people, try to be open and understand different backgrounds. And especially in order for anyone to succeed anywhere in any job, there are folks from different backgrounds, and we have to open to that kind of environment, and we have to be inclusive, and the companies need to provide an inclusive environment for people to be able to, for the employees to be able to feel comfortable and safe, and to feel that they belong.
Yeah.
And the equity piece is, we can have equal opportunities. However, that sometimes doesn't really cut it. We have to go deeper and provide equity and opportunities. Meaning everybody gets the opportunities or the support that they need, depending on what they need, to help them succeed.
Beautiful. Now, I know you have all of this in the book that you've written.
Yes.
But is it online also? Is there a website that people can go to?
Yes. The book is available on Courage, 12 Practices to Advance Your Career. And it's also available on my website, americabaez.com.
Yeah. And did you mention the website?
Yes, americabaez.com.
Americabaez.com. Okay.
Yes.
Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you so much for all that you do, and continue teaching people about how important it is to come together and helping other people inside of this business world of ours. We appreciate you.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Yeah.
I appreciate your work
with
supporting the community as well.
Thank you. What's next for you? Anything that we missed?
Well, I have several speaking engagements coming up with different companies and organizations, and I'm going to be talking about diversity, equity, and inclusion, and the book, since we need to educate folks out there. So we're very excited about that.
Yeah. Any book signings coming up?
Yes. Well, I have. I'm going to be participating at the Prospanica conference in Vegas. I just had a speaking engagement with Hispanic Energy at AT&T, and I'll be attending, doing a speaking engagement at Bradley University as well.
There you go. Beautiful. Go to americabaez.com and you can see all of her information, everything that she's doing, and she can help you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Doctor.
Okay. America Baez, Global Talent Acquisition Leader, author, Courage, 12 Practices to Advance Your Career. Thank you so much for joining us. So we'll take a quick break and we'll come back with a whole lot more next.
Kids!
I don't want to talk about it.
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 Families don't have to talk about everything, but they should talk about how to plan for an emergency.
Kids, you all right?
This family's prepared. Get tips and resources to make your family's emergency plan. Go to nyc.gov/readyny or call 311 for more information.
And welcome back. Our last guest is the owner of Miss Geneva's 50/50 LLC. Yep, it's a business. And she is also known as the Peoplez Chef. She joins us to speak about her nutrition workshops and how she is helping parents and students make healthier decisions with schools reopened this fall and all the things that are going on. She can help you get there, help you stay healthy. So get your feet into action and feel the attraction. I just threw that part that's not in the script. So please welcome to the show, Chef Geneva Wilson. How are you?
I'm fine. Thanks for having me.
Last time I saw you, you was cooking up a storm out in the street, Fordham Plaza.
Yes, yes. Miss Gaffney, who's the education director for the Center of Community Engagement, Fordham University.
Yeah.
They did an awesome job. Fordham came out in full force. Yes. They just gave the community so much. Yeah. And my part in it was to provide something that was quick, something that's, accessible, because they was giving away bags of fruits and vegetables and
backpacks. Is back to school time.
Yes.
And long lines of people getting ready for school.
Backpacks were saying something. And it was really nice. So I was doing the demo and everyone was trying to figure out what can they do with the fruit, but they still want the pasta. And so we put it all together and it turned out great.
Because you were making everybody hungry. You were cooking up a storm. You could smell it. You could taste it. You could taste it before you tasted it.
Yeah.
And I got ready to grab me a little cup too, but I said, nah, because I was working the microphone. And
yeah, that wouldn't be too good with it. No.
But it was really, really good. And people really enjoyed it. And We want to thank you for all that you do and keeping people healthy.
Yeah, I enjoy doing it. It's like, for me, if I wake up in the morning and if all I could do all day is cook and teach people, I'm living my best life.
Yeah, there you go. How did you start your career in hospitality and services? And
Well, I first I was a PCA at one of our established hospitals.
PCA.
Yeah, patient care, technician, associate rather. And I was going to nursing school and I was going to be a nurse and I was going to help people. And there was one guy who was in a wheelchair. We used to always tease us, be like, come here, girlie, come here, I'll chase you. And then he'd be like, let's go and let's have a race to the elevator. So we raced to the elevator. We had nothing better to do. And we would go and, he was just so joyful, so happy. And I would see him all the time. And then one day I came in, I was like, where you at? Where my buddy? And they was like, who? And then I said his name and they just looked at me. They was like, oh, he dead. I was like, wait, hold on. What? Oh, he dead. And that was it. And there was no feeling, no nothing. The doctors had...
Some people are callous to the idea that they're here today and going tomorrow. They deal with so many people like that.
They were numb to the fact that he would come in, get this prescription, leave.
Yeah.
That was it. There was no interaction with anyone. So when I found that out, I was, really, really upset, to say the least, and told my supervisor, I'm going to chef school because there has to be a prevention piece to prevent people from getting here in the first place.
That's right. What's his name? What was his name that you used to race with?
I forgot his official name.
Oh, he's looking down at you. He's laughing. Oh, yeah, we did have fun. Oh, yeah. But don't worry, we're going to have some more fun.
Yeah, he was just so kind. That's why I came. It was so hard to remember his name because it was like we would always see each other and smile and say something and be cheery, and it was really touching to me that nobody cared, nobody thought of finding out about his diabetes, letting him know where to get prevention, letting him know who to talk to, what not to do. I mean, just somebody, even a nurse that was trained, nutritionist, whatever, just wasn't there.
So that was a turning point for you.
That was my turning point, and my supervisor was like, you're not gonna do it. I went and did it, came back, and they was really shocked when I came back. So now I teach schools. I'm in schools, clinics, shelters, hospitals. The shelters are the best because they don't think that people care about them. But
look at that. Oh, that was where we were.
Yes, we take the time and we go out there and we show them that, hey, you're somebody and you deserve to have this as well as anyone else.
That's a nice shot. That's Audrey in the back. She works here at the Bronx Net.
Yes.
The Peoplez Chef.
Yeah, because everybody, when they hear, chef, they think of, oh, you're Ramsay and this one, that one. Look, I got an EBT card like the next one. Don't play. I keep it real. I go through the same issues and stuff that people every day go through. Where can I get access to fresh food? Where can I get this here done? Same thing. And that's why I can relate to them and I can talk with them instead of at them. Then when you go and you see a doctor and he'd be like, oh, you gained some weight. I knew that when I put my pants on. Like, hello, what are you telling me here?
When we talk about Miss Geneva's 50-50, what does that mean?
50-50 is from my grandmother.
Would you say 50-50 or 50-50?
50-50. It was from grandma because it's like, half the house wanted this and the other half was, something else. So, we get 50-50, best of both worlds. So you want cholesterol, give you the cholesterol. you want healthy, we'll give you the healthy.
Yeah. Whatever suits your palate, right? But you bypass the palate when you talk about health because it's not good for your palate all the time, but it's good for your health.
Yes, that is very true.
Sometimes you make the healthy thing taste good too.
Yeah, because when people hear health, the first thing they think of is, oh, it's rabbit food or, I gotta get another salad, but it's really interesting how I have the young kids getting into quinoa. Gotta love that
That's what's up.
quinoa.
And this is a business of yours too. How does it feel to be a business owner and an MWBE member?
I'm a MWBE, minority-owned women's business enterprise. I love it. But it does get hard because when you try to get, to the different locations and different places. So, we're saving up money, collecting donations. We are going to get the van. And this way here, we can go to different schools and do what we need to do. So that's definitely what, we want to do. We want to spread that knowledge and get the information out there ahead of time.
Yeah. You also put something out for diabetics. You have the 2-portion diabetic plate. I saw it pop up a little while ago. The 2-portion diabetic. There it is right there.
Oh, that was 2 portions because that plate is made for 2. And that one was, that was a lot of fun. That was the vegetarian. Yeah. So that was seafood. And we made it 2 different ways because a lot of people, they wanted to choose which way is best for them. So we put the 2-portion diabetic.
So if you're diabetic, you have things that will watch out for those things that will spice you.
Yes. We definitely introduced people to even the diabetic rices that's out there. Everything is in portions. With the quinoa, we have it's a turkey stuffing quinoa. And I'm just saying, bring a sister back. You get some of that
hungry
quinoa.
as heck, and you talking about all this food. Where's the food? Set up that table over there. Can you?
Oh yeah, my table will be right there.
You coming next time with the table?
Yes, I'm gonna come right there with the table.
Because we're gonna, taste the food.
Yes.
You know how we do on TV? We taste the food. Yeah, bring that food. I'll taste it all for you, and I'll bring some friends.
Okay, that'll work. That'll work.
What's this plate right here?
Lobster and shrimp pasta salad.
Embrace the love.
Let it happen, baby. And these are what we use in our cooking workshops. So in the cooking workshops, we do all sorts of food. We do adults, we do kids. We even have the kids, and that's our plate to show them what whole grain would you put there. So then they would go over the list and be like, I want this, or what's that? And then we'll try it. And once we get the motor going and everybody get to thinking, it's always, I didn't know I could get that. I didn't know I could do that. Yeah. What's at the farmer's market? Because right now I'm at the farmer's market.
Which one?
La Verde. Familiar La Verde?
Yeah.
I'm over there. And so we're going to be doing butternut squash this Wednesday.
Is it out? This is the season for it.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. So I'm gonna be doing that, and it's really great because people will come there and they look at it and be like, "What is that?" And they don't know what to do with it. They just keep on going.
Yeah.
But then when you do this and you do the workshops and you show different ways of preparing it, you have some that are vegan. You have some that just want vegetables. So when you show them and you give them the keys, it's like the floodgates open. Everything is like, oh, I know I can add this, I can add that. Instead of just making it your way and giving it to somebody, going, here, eat it. Let's work out, figure it out, and then let's go through stages and put it together.
Well, Chef Wilson, Thanksgiving is coming.
Yes.
Are people making orders? Are you going somewhere to cook? How's this going to happen for you?
Well, I used to take orders, but since COVID, the prices are so high with these incubators that now I just work with schools, hospitals. Yep, that's the kitchen essentials, and that's why we have the salt, what not to do, and so that's what I mainly do. I teach, I educate, I put everything together, and that's awesome results, baby. There we go. But at the same time that we was doing that, we was doing community preparedness. So I am a CERT member. CERT, which is a community emergency response team, right? And what we do is we will teach you, it's 2 steps. First, you have the CERT, which is an 18-week program. You have to be 18 older. And in this program, it will teach you, let's say, light search and rescue.
Yeah.
It'll teach you stop the bleed. It has so many different fundamentals in it that it is awesome. And the other part is Ready New York, which we have even with the kids. So we have the Ready New York. We teach the kids. We teach them how to have a go bag, making sure that everything that you're supposed to have, you have. And with that, we have this here. So this here will tell you what to have in your go bag. What do you need in your go bag? Because a lot of things I noticed that I have to put in my go bag, I go to Google, I go to Drive, I open up a folder, I scan everything and put it in there because there's too many papers I'm gonna have.
Yeah.
And then they also tell you to laminate.
So you gotta bring your important papers with you. Laminate
exactly,
them so they won't get
to
wet.
laminate them.
Yeah.
So if you don't have a laminator and then it's raining, you don't know what type of emergency it is, this is what you need to have.
I see you got a rubber bin like. And
yes,
you have the bin. So you got to keep things dry.
The rain gear, all that stuff there.
A can opener, so important.
Yes. Oh, yeah, because I'll be the one cooking. Don't worry about it. You know, all that
You're going to bring your
emergency.
can opener with you.
And then, you know, we also have programs where we will come out, we'll teach the kids. We'll teach the kids how to be ready, what they need to be doing, what not to be doing. And most importantly, where you're meeting at.
That's right. I got to wrap this up, but you got to give me your email address, not email address, but website, social media, and where can people sign up for your workshops? Is that on your website?
All that is on the website. To join CERT, please do. I really encourage everybody to go to certny.gov to learn about it and be part of the program. And this here is what we gave you.
Oh.
So we bring you the radio. These are the bags that we have. And top that off, we have a coin that we had for the 20th anniversary. It's a flip coin. And this is what you will have.
Heads or tails?
That's right, heads or tails.
Oh,
Ready
tails.
New York, okay? So
Well,
thank
listen,
you very much. I really
thank you.
appreciate it, and I encourage everyone to come out.
And come back again, all right?
Yes,
We'll wrap
I
it
will.
Real quick, but when you come back, you know you're going to bring the food.
Yes,
we're going to bring the people. We're going to eat.
All right,
We're going
let's
to break
eat.
some bread together.
Let's do it.
Chef Geneva Wilson, the Peoplez Chef. It's Geneva's 50/50 LLC, MWBE. She's involved. Unfortunately, that's all the time we have for today's show. We want to thank our guests, you, our viewers, for tuning in and checking it all out. You can follow us on BronxNet TV for continued coverage. Thank you for letting us share in this space and time with you. Always remember this: what you are is God's gift to you. What you make of yourself is your gift to God. So choose your choice. Let your choice control the chooser. And I'll see you over 107.5 WVLS. And you can join our hosts, Kevin Arlene, Darren Jaime, and Rena Valentine for new episodes of Open, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday. Catch you another day, another way. I love you all. Peace.